This past Saturday, the small Principality of Liechtenstein became the center of attention for Europe's royal families. Princess Maria Carolina, the only daughter of hereditary Prince Alois and Princess Sophie, tied the knot with Venezuelan businessman Leopoldo Maduro Valmer at the Cathedral of Vaduz. This event, long awaited by royal watchers, finally took place. The richest princess in Europe and her chosen one said the cherished "I do" beneath the arches of Liechtenstein's main church, and we had the chance to see which tiara the bride chose for her special day. Princess Maria Carolina chose the Habsburg tiara, which we last saw on her during the gala dinner celebrating the 50th birthday of King Frederick of Denmark. This luxurious diamond diadem, set in elongated sunbeam motifs, dates back to the late 19th century and is a true family heirloom of the House of Liechtenstein. What makes it even more interesting is that the same tiara was worn by her cousin-in-law, Princess Annunziata of Liechtenstein, at her wedding to Emanuele Musini in the year 2021. The wedding ceremony was filled with a special atmosphere of solemnity and joy. The bride arrived at the cathedral accompanied by her father, Prince Louis of Liechtenstein, and both of them were literally glowing with happiness. The same radiant joy was seen on the groom and his mother, who had arrived at the cathedral a little earlier. After exchanging vows and rings, the newlyweds left the cathedral to the applause and cheers of the crowd before heading off to their wedding reception at Vaduz Castle. As expected, many members of European royal families and aristocracy were present. Among the guests was the Duchess of Medinaceli, who arrived with her husband, Maxime de Cornelis. On the bride's side were her three brothers, Princes Joseph, Georg, and Nikolaus, all dressed in elegant tails, as well as her mother, Princess Sophie of Liechtenstein, who, with her daughter's blessing, turned heads with her elegance. But let us return to the bride's main jewel, the Habsburg tiara. This choice was no coincidence. The diamond tiara in the shape of sunrays has a rich history. It originally belonged to Princess Maria Carolina's great-great-grandmother, Archduchess Elizabeth Amalia of Austria. In the year 1967, the young princess's grandmother, Countess Marie Aglaé von Wickenitz und Teckau, wore this very tiara at her wedding to Prince Hans Adam II in Vaduz. So Maria Carolina's choice not only reflects her personal taste, but also pays tribute to family tradition. Still, what other tiaras might Princess Maria Carolina have chosen for her special day? The Liechtenstein treasury holds true masterpieces of jewelry art, each of which could have been a worthy bridal adornment. One possibility was the famous Kinsky tiara. This jewel was created for a princess of Liechtenstein who married into the aristocratic Kinsky family in the 19th century. Later, Prince Hans Adam II acquired this tiara for Princess Marie. Today, it is most often worn by hereditary Princess Sophie, but it has also adorned several family brides. Among them were Princess Maria Carolina's aunts, Princess Angela and Princess Tatiana, as well as her cousin, Princess Maria Astrid, who wore the tiara at her wedding in Italy in the year 2021. Another splendid option could have been the tiara from the Bavarian family collection. When hereditary Prince Alois and hereditary Princess Sophie married in the year 1993, Sophie wore a tiara belonging to her mother, Princess Elizabeth, who was originally a Swedish countess before her marriage. This piece is known as Elizabeth's Diamond Marguerite tiara or the Douglas Floral tiara. Several of Sophie's sisters also wore it for their weddings. Perhaps Maria Carolina could have carried on that family tradition as well. Of course, we cannot overlook the bride herself. Maria Carolina, who works in the fashion industry, chose for her important day a gown that highlighted classic femininity. The dress was crafted from lace with floral embroidery and featured an elegant bateau neckline, slightly off the shoulders. It is worth noting that the design of the wedding gown was kept a strict secret right up until the ceremony. which only fueled public anticipation for the royal wedding. The wedding festivities followed Liechtenstein tradition. The solemn mass in the cathedral began at 11 o'clock in the morning and was conducted by Bishop Benno Elbs. After the ceremony, the couple and their guests proceeded to the reception at Vaduz Castle. Although the official part of the event was reserved only for invited guests and family members, the bride and groom, along with their relatives, invited all citizens of Liechtenstein to join them outside the church to witness this historic moment. The wedding of Maria Carolina and Leopoldo was one of the very few royal weddings of the year 2025. Leopoldo Maduro Volmer, born in Venezuela, received his education in the United Kingdom, studying at Harrow, St. Andrews, and Cambridge. Today, the couple lives in London, where he works as an investment manager. Just a few days before the wedding, the royal family of the small and prosperous Central European Principality had gathered in the capital to celebrate the National Day of the Principality. The hereditary princes led the festivities, which took place on the grounds of the Vaduz Castle, the very place where the wedding reception later unfolded. The choice of a tiara is always a meaningful decision for a royal bride, as this jewel not only completes the wedding look, but also carries deep symbolism and a connection to family history. The Habsburg tiara, chosen by Maria Carolina, with its radiant sunbeam design, seems to symbolize the beginning of a bright new chapter in the princess's life. The wedding of Maria Carolina and Leopoldo became a true celebration not only for the Principality of Liechtenstein, but also for all admirers of royal families around the world. This event reminded us of the beauty and importance of tradition, the value of family heirlooms, and the way in which modernity harmoniously blends with history in Europe's royal houses. Without a doubt, the Habsburg tiara was the perfect choice for Princess Maria Carolina on this special day, emphasizing both her status and her bond with her family's rich history. And although we do not yet know what kind of life the newlyweds will choose for themselves, we can say with certainty that their union began with a beautiful tribute to traditions that have shaped the face of European aristocracy for centuries.